In October 2024, we left Tahiti for the Marquesas Islands as an El Nino year was announced and the cyclone risk was increased. The Marquesas are a safe area as historically there have been no cyclones there so far. But this also means that we have to sail against the prevailing wind, which can be very uncomfortable. We will make a stopover in the Tuamotus. The plan is to visit the atoll of Makemo. As always, we have to watch out for the coral heads in the lagoon. They are often not marked on the charts, and one of us always stands at the bow and keeps an eye out. Here are some impressions of the village. Makemo is one of the big atolls and has about 1,400 inhabitants. Hello, Yorana.
Your boat is beautiful.
Thank you. The children love coming on board and seeing our world, and we welcome them with milk and biscuits. Good. One day before we find the good weather window to sail on to the Marquesas, we observe the path that leads out of the atoll. These channels often have strong currents and waves, as they are the only access point to these lakes in the Pacific, where the water flows in and out. Pooh, this requires concentration to steer the boat. Next morning we are off. If we are lucky and the wind stays from the southeast, it will take us 4 days. We reach Nuku Hiva at 5 o'clock in the morning on the 4th November 23. It first looks mystical and uncomfortable, but we anchor in a sheltered bay and celebrate our arrival in the evening with a nice meal.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A new man passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt.
The next morning we explore the bay and hike into a valley with only a few houses. We get to know the locals, see how they cook, we can buy fruit straight from the tree and talk with our hands and feet.
As I reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky, I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark
and
against
one
it
or
all,
two
but made it
yellow.
through the day, 'cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. 'Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. 'Cause I found my way, I found my way. bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause I found my way.
Ja. Zack. Gut.
Cause I found my way.
Then we sail on to the island's capital, which lies in a very large, spacious bay. There are small supermarkets here and even a hospital with a helicopter service in case injured people need to be rescued on the neighboring islands. As the big culture festival is taking place here this year, many sailors gather and our social life is great. We even have ladies' lunch from time to time. We did go on excursions around the island and we did a lot of hiking. We watched the supply ship coming in and early in the morning the fishermen bring in their catch. On Christmas we all made little presents and donated them to the school kids. And afterwards we celebrated all together on a big catamaran, having lots of fun. In April 24, when the cyclone danger was over, we set sail again to make our way back to Tahiti. On the way there, however, we wanted to visit a few more islands in the Marquesas archipelago and the Tuamotus.
Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. Cause I found my way, my way, my way, my way, my way. I found my way, I found my way. I was in the dark against it all, but made it through the day. Cause I found my way, I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay. Cause 'cause I find my way. 'Cause I find my way.
My absolute favorite island is Hiva. A fantastic landscape, even the bay in which we anchored is framed by fantastic rock formations. An island with only 600 inhabitants, completely isolated in the Pacific. Life here is very simple. The climate is perfect, between 28 and 31 degrees Celsius all year round, and rain and sun alternate. A green jungle grows here, and fruit such as bananas, grapefruits, mangoes, papayas and limes grow in your mouth. Absolutely beautiful. After a great time on this island, we set sail to return to the atolls. This time we have chosen Raroya, the atoll where the Kon-Tiki was shipwrecked with Thor Heyerdahl on 7th of August 1947. There is supposed to be a memorial that we want to look for. Look at that, we found it. We are in the atoll Raroya, and this is the memorial of the Kon-Tiki, which shipwrecked in 1947 with the captain and explorer Thor Heyerdahl. Really famous place here.
A new place, a new home, for a while, let me feel alive. Nothing to hold me back, take my time, just enjoy the ride. A nomad passing by, life is good, best I've ever felt. Get me up, somewhere new, somewhere I can find myself. Oh, I feel as I reach out, reach out, reach out, reach out to the sky.
The exit through the last pass in the Tuamotus is a bit turbulent, but as soon as we set sail outside, we had 2 wonderful sailing days back to Tahiti.
I found my way. In bad times, I know I'll be okay, 'cause I found my way. 'Cause I found my way.
Here we go straight to our favorite bar and happy hour to celebrate our arrival with a cold beer. Looking back, it was another fantastic and unforgettable trip.